Well, hello again everyone. Welcome back to the garage where we're taking a look at the Custom Culture Budget Biker Buildoff project bike. And yeah, I managed to grab a couple of hours here on a weekday evening to start having a look at what we need to do. Now I think how I'm going to start is I'm going to get the bike into some sort of roadworthy, rideable condition. Not MOT'd or anything, but just riding so everything works and we've got a good base to start customizing from. So the thing to do, I think, is to make a list of the critical things that need attending to. Now, one of the first things, I think, is to fix the side stand. The spring is gone off the side stand. I think we actually managed to pull that off while we were loading into the van. Now the next thing I think is to fix that broken throttle. The return cable has snapped. You can see it here, that's not supposed to be hanging loose like that, is it? And we do have a new throttle return cable in the bag of bits that we got with the bike. The next thing is to free up this back brake. It does seem to be sticking on when you're trying to push the bike around. Now I also want to put an oil change into the bike just to be sure. I don't think I'm going to worry about the coolant because Lucas, the chap who sold us the bike, had recently refurbished the radiator, so he must have replaced the coolant. And I'm not going to worry about brake fluid either, because I think one of the things I might do is change the handlebars on the bike to a set of ape hangers, and of course we'll need longer brake lines, so we'll probably have to fiddle around with all the brakes and perhaps replace stuff there anyway. So I think that would perhaps be a waste of money to start changing brake fluid now. We should also get a headlight on there. There is a headlight in the bag too. I'm not necessarily going to keep the headlight that comes with the bike, but it'd be reassuring to know that the wiring is all in order to it and it works. And similarly, we need to get some indicators on there and working. Again, there are some brand new indicators in the bag that come with the bike. I'm not sure they're the ones we'll use, but similarly, I just want to make sure I understand the wiring and where I need to connect indicators to get them to work. Now, I also want to try and clean up these fork stanchions. Obviously, there is other corrosion on the bike that needs attention, but I think this is the thing that's likely to perhaps cause us issues. The fork seals do not appear to be leaking at the moment, and they may even be relatively recently replaced by the look of them. But I think there's a little bit of pitting on there which could cause problems if we ride the bike without trying to address that at least a little bit. So there we go, there's my little list for the first part of this project really. As you see, there's a little bit of space left on the list. I'm sure there's other things we might come across as we work through the bike that do need attending to. As I say, this is just to get it basically roadworthy and able to ride around a bit. Because of course, it's pointless launching straight into customizing something that perhaps you don't know if it's got some other problems that you need to attend to just to make it a working bike. That's my thinking anyway. Now, of course, as you watch these videos, bear in mind, this is the first time I've really done anything like this. I mean, we've fixed a lot of stuff. We've taken vehicles and bikes that have problems and attempted to fix them, mostly successfully, excluding the Triumph Street Triple, of course, which we did eventually give up on and, yeah, moved on. But, yeah, I think that's the way to go about this. So let's make a start. Now, wouldn't it be lovely to have a bike lift or some sort of stands to work on this? I don't think my sports bike stands will do much to help me get this up in the air, but I just leant it against the garage wall, and yeah, you can see the problem. You couldn't ride this with the side stand flopping around, could you? Let's see if I can find the old spring. So there we are. There is the side stand spring. Now, I do know that the side stand switch has been disabled, and you can see this has come all straightened. It's come unbent and straightened. So yeah, I wonder if I can just bend that back. I'll put it in the vise and see if I can. Close enough, I reckon. Right, so can I hook it on, do you reckon? Where does it even hook on to? I think it hooks on here. Cool. That's a challenge. Get the pliers. I wonder if it hooks on easier. No, I don't think it would really. It's about the same. Flipping heck. No, that's tricky. Maybe it goes on easier the other way. I think that hook's definitely got to go that end. That's what's supposed to happen, isn't it? Oh. Blimey, how am I going to get that one there? Yay! There you go, folks. Look at this, look. A working side stand. Well, perhaps it's not much, but it is a start. Right, now let's have a look at that throttle return cable. So yeah, you can see there is the broken end. And of course, it's supposed to connect in, well, through there is where it seats. That sort of adjuster sits. And then the end goes in there to return it. So I think the best thing to do is just to strip this old cable completely out. And then we'll have a look at the new cable we've got. I think we'll have to dismantle this switch gear here to do it, but somebody's already started dismantling that already, so yeah, let's do that. Okay, well, I'm not sure we have got the correct cable. You can see the cable on there has a barrel on that end. So that's the cable that isn't broken. That's the throttle, the one that opens the throttle, not returns it. And of course, it also needs a barrel this end. The sleeve's not in great condition. It has got a kink on it. I'm not entirely sure I've got exactly what I need here. I've got a really long length of cable that's just a plain end on both ends. And I've got this cable, which does have the little sort of crimped on barrel on one end, but I need exactly the same on the other end. I've got all these different fittings to sort of screw on the end, but none of them are the right size or shape to go into the little pulley thing on the carb. So yeah, I'm a little bit stuck. And also, of course, I wouldn't be able to thread it through if it had two ends on it. So I've either got to find something that I can swage on there. Can you buy a kit to swage an end on there? I don't know. Yeah, I have to think on that a bit. Now, normally, of course, what I do is buy just the right cable to pop on there and fix it. But because I'm going to want to raise the handlebar, I'm going to need a longer cable in the end anyway. So if I buy a new cable for here now, that's going to start eating into my £500 budget, which I don't really want. So I'm going to go away, do a little bit of research and see if I can get a little kit or a little screw-on barrel to go on that cable that's the right size, or come up with something. I need a sort of bodge fix just to get this working for the meantime. And unfortunately, folks, just like that, I've run out of time for tonight. So we've made a start. That's the important thing. You have to make a start. And we've fixed one thing, haven't we? We've got one thing off the list. So not perhaps the lightning fast progression that you might have been hoping for, but yeah, we've got a little while to get this done. So we'll take it slow and steady and bear that budget in mind. That is really the thing. So anyway, that's it from me for the moment, but we'll see you again very soon with hopefully a little bit more progress.